Hush now. Let the room grow honest. The day has already told its loud stories. It is time for the quiet ones. Sit with me in the soft edge of evening where lamps learn to speak gently, and corridors remember your steps. You have carried so much without applause. You have held together things that were never meant to rest on a single pair of shoulders. Give them to me. Lay them down like stones beside a river. Hear this first, and let it enter the bones you hardly notice. I have heard your cry. I heard it when it had no words, when it rose only as a heat behind the eyes. I heard it when your jaw was set and you kept working anyway. I heard it when your hands were so busy doing kindness for others that you had no hands left to receive kindness for yourself. I am not a distant auditor tallying your strength. I am the one who counts tears and translates sighs. I gather what falls from your heart and build with it a future that does not mock your hope. You have wondered if your voice is too small to cross the distance between ceiling and sky. But there is no distance in me. There is only nearness, even when you cannot feel it. I do not require volume to find you. A glance will do. A breath will do. A silence that admits it is empty will do. I answer not because you perform prayer well, but because I am a father who loves to be found. Some cries were born years ago and learned how to live quietly in you. They sit on old staircases inside your memory and listen for footsteps. They wondered if anyone would ever come. I am here. I am not offended by how long it has been. I do not accuse you for the ways you coped in the meantime. I will not shame a survivor for surviving. I will heal what surviving could not. You think you must choose between being honest and being hopeful. You do not. Honesty is the door to hope, not its enemy. Tell me the truth without staging it for an audience. Tell me that you are tired of the same lesson repeating. Tell me that you are angry at the slowness of answers. Tell me that you are scared your best years are behind you. I will not flinch. I will stay. I will speak a better end over the same old beginning. And you will hear me say again, I have heard your cry. Remember the times you did not think you would make it through a night. You did. Remember the provision that arrived disguised as inconvenience. The friend who texted with timing too precise to be random. The unexpected yes that followed your faithful no. These are not accidents. They are breadcrumbs, and I scattered them to guide you back to trust. Memory is a lantern. Hold it up and see how the path glows for one more step. You are afraid of missing my will as if it were a narrow hallway lined with alarms. My will is a wide country called communion. Walk with me, and even your detours will discover rivers. I can reroute a willing heart without humiliating it. I have time, and I am patient, and your mistakes are not stronger than my mercy. The road may bend, but goodness is persistent. It keeps meeting you at every turn. Let your body exhale the future it has been clenching. Release the shoulders that learn to carry invisible furniture. Let the breath travel deeper than it is used to. Feel how your ribs make room for peace the way a door finally slides free on its hinge. Your nervous system has studied urgency. Tonight it studies me. My pace is unhurried and unstoppable, like a tide that returns again and again without apology. I am closer than the pulse at your neck. I know where courage slipped from your hands today, and where kindness surprised you in a doorway. I saw the apology you swallowed because you did not want to make the room heavier. I saw the smile you managed anyway. None of it evaporated. I keep what you think is too small to matter, and return it as strength when you need it most. You have asked me, what do I do while I wait? Do the next faithful thing you can reach. Wash the dish slowly. Answer the email like a human. Step outside and let the night air prove the world is larger than the room where worry paces. Read one page. Stretch what has tightened. Name what is good without pretending what is hard. Waiting is not wasted when it is shared. I wait with you. And while we wait, I weave. There are names you use for yourself that I never wrote on you. I hear them in the background of your thoughts. Too late. Too broken. Too complicated. Too much. Bring me those labels. I will file them under fiction. I will speak what is true. Beloved, becoming, carried, called. The names I give do not require you to audition for them. They require you to receive them and let them teach your posture how to rest. Let us talk about the cry that is a question. Some questions pretend to be enemies of faith. They are actually invitations. Ask me where I was when the room went quiet. Ask me how to forgive without forgetting what is true. Ask me why the answer came different than you pictured. I will not bury you in lectures. I will meet you with presence. And presence is a kind of answer that steadies the hands before it informs the mind. I have placed lanterns along your road, people who shine for a moment or a mile. Thank them. Receive from them. Then, when your hands are steady, be a lantern for another traveler. Light does not diminish by being shared. In my kingdom, it multiplies. You will discover that the courage you offer is the courage you keep. If you are listening in the small hours and this whisper steadies you, and you want others to find it too, a gentle way to help is to like this message, leave a thoughtful comment, share it with someone who needs comfort tonight, and subscribe so you can return to these quiet conversations without missing a single one. Return with me to the room you are in. See how the desk looks less like a battleground and more like a table. See how the chair remembers how to hold. Holy ground is not a different geography. It is ordinary ground noticed and offered. I am not allergic to your Tuesday. I do not disappear in fluorescent light. I make sanctuaries out of small apartments and tired kitchens and hallways where shoes crowd the mat. You are not behind schedule. You are inside a story where I keep perfect time. You think you have lost years. I can make years yield what they withheld. I repair time by repairing trust. I will teach you to stop bargaining with the past and start partnering with the present. The harvest you imagine may not look like the picture in your mind, but it will taste like relief. Forgive the versions of you that kept the roof up during heavy weather. Forgive the words that came out sideways. Forgive the silence that arrived late. Forgive the survival strategies that overstayed their welcome. Forgiveness is not amnesia. It is authority. It returns your voice to your own mouth and gives you back the power to bless the road ahead. When the accusing voice visits, answer with history. Remember the debt I canceled, the door I opened, the habit I loosened, the night I sat with you until fear ran out of language. Tell your accuser the truth. I am not who I was, and even who I was loved. Shame is a poor historian. Love keeps better records, and my love is not deleting you from the story. It is writing you in with tender ink. Your pain does not disqualify your purpose. It refines it. Wounds can become windows when placed in my hands. I do not waste the hard things you endure. I employ them as tutors who know when to leave the room. You will speak a language of comfort you could not have learned from a book, and others will understand because your voice will carry the weight of having been there. Take care of the body that carries your soul. Drink water. Sleep without apology. Let laughter do its holy work whenever it finds you. Walk a street and let the wind remind your nerves that the world outlasts your worries. You are allowed to be finite. That is how creatures receive love. You think you need to fix the whole house tonight. You do not. You need to trust that the light is on in the room you are in, and I am there. I will show you which drawer to open and which task to leave for morning. I do not command urgency. I coach attention. Your life will begin to feel more like conversation than like courtroom. That is what communion sounds like when it matures. Let gratitude come unforced. Not the kind that pretends pain is absent, but the kind that notices what is also true. Bread on the table, a text answered with kindness, the smell of something clean, the way the cat finds your lap, the way the child finally sleeps. Gratitude oils the hinges of the heart, so the door to peace swings easier on its frame. I have heard your cry for direction. Here is my counsel. Take the next true step you can see. Do it without theatrics. Do it without contempt for the step's smallness. The river you require begins as faithful drops. I will meet you in that step, and the step after that will reveal itself when it is time. I have not designed your life to collapse if you do not see 10 miles ahead. I have heard your cry for renewal. I am making a way in the wasteland that does not ask permission from the drought. Springs will appear where you were certain only dust remained. You will sense courage returning like color to a face. You will find a sentence on your tongue that feels like borrowed strength, and then realize it is your own voice grown clear again. I have heard your cry for those you love. I am with them too, often in ways you cannot measure. When you cannot change their circumstances, you can place them with me. Release them from the grip of your imagination and into the grip of my care. I do not fumble what is entrusted to me. I will pursue them with a kindness that outlasts their resistance. I have heard your cry about time. You thought you would be further by now. Hear me. There is no late with the one who holds eternity.